Intuitive Jacob, thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience. For those of you that have been waiting, I was only able to do the 6 of the tribes for the Hall of Days because I was getting over the flu in 2 different ways and had a weird conjunctivitis. So now that I may see clearly and that we may demonstrate that as well, we're going to take a look at selective form creation, what didn't get drawn and quartered, and what's actually on the inside of the magnetic unleavening. I'll show you on the inside what it looks like on the new board, where some of us have sigiled ourselves through sound, and more messages to come. If these messages are a little weird, well, it's because some of us are in the one strong incept ion, and we're being trained to hear other things within this new form. If you have more questions about that, feel free to click the link in my description. You can enter the very fine Martians Discord chat room and enter into discussion with us. Sometimes we share music and art and other things. And if you would just like your own private reading with perhaps a forensic look into some of the things that might have been confusing to you at a first look, hit me up. We've got a very specific way that we can do that, especially if you have things like dates of birth or actual dates that events happened before the I went on and the, hey, is that can? Did the camera catch it all in that era? Huh, what's this new ear thing? You thing, me thing, catch you on the inside of the reading. Hey, what's going on, Pisces? Thank you for being here. Welcome to your January 2020 that we may see clearly readings. Let's go ahead and start with your archetype card. What you dealing with, Pisces? So, Mother. Well, here's the archetype. We're dealing with all light and shadow attributes of what Mother is and where the holy other actually is, where Mother's abundant energy never resists, and what it means when we figure out the anomaly and, you know, the sky perhaps being the limit in some ways that certain things will be expressed due to love. Mother, light attributes, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, Pisces. Joy in giving birth to life. I'm hearing congratulations to those of you all that actually are bringing new life into the world, and for those of you that may have lost someone, my condolences. Let's hear about the shadow, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. And for some of you all, where you might be getting called out for how either your issues have smothered another person or how another person maybe feels entitled, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, this could be about, you know, your baby mama, you know, or you being the mother of someone's child. But big messages coming around healing, and this color green I'm hearing, just focusing on the color green could be a really helpful thing for some of you at this time, especially if you're at all one of those Piscean people, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising, that suffers with seasonal affective disorder. So for those of you that might be here in the quote-unquote Western Hemisphere, where there are less daylight hours right now, perhaps, than before, although it's starting to go back up since we just had the solstice. Many people get affected by that, so I'm hearing being around more green, upping things like vitamin D3 will be really helpful right now, and especially if you've been somebody who's been depressed over fertility issues. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We've got the Queen of the Moon Oracle here. Oh, Pisces. Oh, Pisces. That ye may see clearly. Here's the 40 showing up. I'm hearing for somebody, this is coming out of the darkness about something. Long night moon, and for somebody, This is like your Donnie Darko moment, is what I'm hearing. Pisces might be like your moon, is what I'm hearing, or your rising perhaps, but it doesn't have to be Pisces sun. I'm hearing this might be Pisces moon here, and somebody coming out about depression and realizing that it's okay to take things like St. John's wort and vitamin D3 and perhaps get evaluated first to make sure that those are safe too, because those are also medicine. And that if you're going to adjust your chemistry, it's okay to do that, and it's okay to seek help. Okay, so Pisces, for some of you all, this is like knowing when it's okay to like receive that nurturance and that motherly assistance, and coming out of the darkness about some things. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's about mental illness, and that it's okay to know that there are different ways to hear things. Some people hear voices definitely because of schizophrenic reasons. Other people have guides that are literally helping make sure that they are in the right place and that the wrong kind of crazy people don't get a hold of them for the wrong reasons. And discernment is the key, okay? Know that some of you require different assistance. Okay, I'm not going to harp on that. I'm just a spiritual man who has actually died and had to come back, okay? And so I know about self-help and self-care. It's okay to reach for help, and also to make sure that you are not being taken advantage of by somebody who will keep others in darkness, except for the little bits of light they want to share about another person that they might be ferreting for the wrong types of reasons, you know? Smothering, abandonment, and in some cases taking advantage of somebody's need, because this is about somebody perhaps that is struggling with independence. So for some of you Pisces, you've been saged by somebody, and you need to know that what they thought they got away with in the dark has actually been witnessed. Let's see who you might be dealing with right now. Well, Cancer is showing up. The number 16, Pisces. That card says, I feel. So for some of you, this could be relative with the sun, moon, rising, and Cancer is what I'm hearing, especially if this is dealing with, you know, parent, children. And for some of you, this might actually be other water in your chart. I'm hearing some of y'all that are here probably have like grand water trines and stuff. I know some of y'all that are my clients. Check out this reading. You might be interested in this if that's ringing a bell, especially if you're cross-watching for somebody in your family. But there's that green again, and I'm hearing it's like this real bright kind of green here is going to be very healing, especially if you've been told recently that somebody in your family might be suffering from liver toxicity. Hearing that the fundamental RGB sound profile that's coming through, which you can hear in this room now, is a good calibration. Some of you might benefit from different sound frequency entrainment, and knowing that, especially if you have this much water in your chart, like Cancer and Pisces, or maybe Scorpio, or some kind of mix of that, you're like a big tuning fork, my darling. And all of that water inside of you is taking on a miracle essence that is literally being transmitted lovingly to fill the spaces around your loved ones that maybe don't have those same talents for energy work as you do with your compassion. And I'm breathing with you on that. And we're sending healing all over your life path. Okay. And know that focusing on a color like this is not only healing for the liver, but it's also something that can be sent at a distance to other people. So if you're the Pisces that has a family member that might have, it might be like drug-induced liver toxicity, whatever it is, there's no judgment there. We can send energetic codons. Some of us that study DNRNA and work with our own 12-strangulation meditations to untether actually can send energy together like that. So, healing. Okay, for those of you that are interested in things like love, these next two cards are probably going to answer some questions for you, hopefully. Pisces. I've got a Tarot of Sexual Magic and a Love Oracle card for you. Oh, wow. So, Pentacles showing up. You got a 6. So I'm hearing, for some of you all, it's like, no, not the misses. Wow. For some of you, I'm hearing it's like, what didn't get stated because she was stepping on someone's heart to cut ties, and if there was something about the tart, I'm hearing, I mean, they're showing me the apple tart. I'm hearing somebody might have poisoned it on purpose. I don't even know, that's very specific, but I'm hearing somebody might have poisoned it on purpose. And something about the apple tart. I'm gonna know if that's specific to you. Let me know, Pisces. Hit me up below. But I'm hearing somebody gets caught. It's like whoever is there, like doing renovations in the house. I'm hearing it was a creative financial arrangement for 6 years. And so some of you all are going to find out that somebody cheated on you, especially if someone's been sharing it like that. And I'm hearing whatever it is that was in that glass, because for some of you all, it's like it was a mirror being shown, and I don't know if it's like somebody took a picture is what they're showing me, and they were like showing their friends. And I'm hearing, well, I can't really text this one to you because they'll find out, you know? But here, he's not looking, but somebody saw is the thing. And so that's what I'm hearing. And they're showing me somebody who was reluctant to send it at all. And so you're going to know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, Pisces. But for some of y'all, you needed to know that, especially if somebody has been like kind of like covert, or like if you were curious if there was a little bit of a cheat going on. Yeah, somebody literally took whoever's device it is and showed it to the other person. All right, you're going to know if that makes sense. Some of you had a very specific question about that, but I'm hearing there are 2 other relationships. If this is the one that is bragging about the haircut, I'm hearing if they're bragging about the haircut and something about either the apples or the tarts, it's a really bad, tacky joke that's been going on that you might not know about yet. And it's like cover speak is what they're saying, and they're saying that there are 2, and you'll know what that means. All right, so the other thing, because this isn't for everybody, that's for the one that's dealing with a cheater, because I'm hearing if it's somebody that abandoned the children somehow, it's like, that's what you need to know about that one, especially if it's about the haircut or the apple tart. It has nothing to do with the haircut or the apple tart. If this is trying to bring some balance, especially if you've been single for a hot minute, Pisces. I'm hearing if you've been single for a while, at least like maybe like 6 years even, because that's 6 pentacles here. They're just saying it's like, I'm hearing somebody's coming back, or the truth is coming back about the arrangement, and it was all financial. That's what this is, you know, 6 of Pentacles, it's give and take. And I'm hearing what they might not want anybody to know is that they were making arrangements with people like that guy right there. I hear he's measuring whatever he's touching there. And that she was willing to pay him before. And you didn't know that. So for some, it's like an arrangement that you might be uncomfortable hearing about. It's making me really itchy. For others, this is just finding out that it's like the person that might be coming back, they might want to balance something. And I'm hearing for some of you all, you're going to know how you feel about them. I'm not going to tell you to just accept them into your life, especially if you feel like they've been like lurking. Because for some of y'all, it's like a lurky kind of vibe. It's like somebody trying to come back and look in at somebody while they're having a private moment and not realizing that, you know, it's like information was being leaked out somehow. So you're going to know like how you want to balance this with somebody. I'm hearing if you're dealing with somebody that's got Earth in their chart, you know, that could very well be the case, because we've got, you know, Pentacles here, so that could be like Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Although it doesn't have to be. I'm hearing more that it was something about a financial arrangement. And so for some of you all, this may or may not be bringing you balance, and you're going to have to feel into it, because it's like somebody's coming out of the darkness on this. This is like the Pharaoh. It's like somebody that's entombed and scrolled up tightly. And then this is somebody that's like being asked to embrace the darkness and focus on where the light is actually shining. And for some of you all, I mean, that may or may not look too good to you. Let's see what the Love Oracle card says, Pisces. So, I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want to date. So for some of you all, especially if this is like maybe a balanced suitor coming in, okay, that might be alright. For others, I'm hearing it's like you might have waited too late to get back to this person, especially if they've got like 2 under their belt, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, you know, that might be as far as that goes. It says, you know, fun flirting, someone likes you, romance is blooming. And so for some of you all, hey, that's okay. You might have somebody like creeping in on you in some kind of way. Maybe you like that. I don't know. You might find out that somebody's feeling something for you. It does not seem that developed, though. It's more of like a little bit of awareness, and to be honest, there's a little bit of a creeper vibe there for me, Pisces. But, you know, use your own best discernment. All right, let's see what our advice is here from Archangel Michael. We've got, go forward fearlessly. Okay, well, some of you are just going to need to know, follow your light on this. Hold your light there and make sure that anybody that's talking to you about light work isn't trying to lie to you too, because there's a whole joke going on about the parody in the live action role plays that each one of you proved that you have been in the race of apps that don't rent ICE or us. And what this little light of mine is when people want to steal your solar plexus so that they can inherit your design, because there's a quid pro quo vibe that's been coming from some of this. So remember what Mother knows. Mother gives fearlessly and abundantly and with veracity and nurturance and patience and unconditional love. And Mother does not smother and abandon children when she is in her loving element. So draw a context, especially if you're dealing with different characters that may be trying to sabotage, especially if there are small things involved. You know, we see the child here, and here we have the rabbit, you know, and so just be cautious of that. And let's see what the card says. Thank you for walking with me every step of the way, holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. I love that. That's wonderful, Pisces. Let's see if we can get just a little bit more insight too, because we didn't really get to the Sibilas yet. And I want to see if we can get a little more information for some of you all that might have some information that you need to know further about the Six of Pentacles. And I'll also tell you, for those of you that wondered what I was holding, this is a piece of magnetic rainbow hematite that I used as I was meditating and shuffling with these cards. Alright, Pisces. What does my Pisces need to know about this Six of Pentacles person? I'm hearing they might be really stubborn. And it might actually be something that's very helpful for you too, though, because I'm hearing for some of you all, that's like actually a very stabilizing factor, especially if you have a lot of water in your chart. Their ability to stabilize a situation. I'm hearing just make sure it's not being done fully at your expense, because I feel like somebody's like counting another person's. It's the apples here that I'm seeing, but I'm hearing they're like counting something. Let's see what we can find out. What does my Pisces need to know about the Six of Pentacles? Alright, So, first thing, stanza. I'm hearing whatever it is why the room is empty now. That's the first thing I heard. The next thing is, who was singing in there? Someone was actually singing? That's what I'm hearing. Maybe they were singing in the shower. But I'm hearing, they're showing me a funny scene. Some of you might have seen a movie called Made in Heaven. It's from the 80s. It's like a how to connect with your eternal love kind of alchemy movie. There's a scene where Kelly McGillis and a real estate agent go into a house that's being sold, and there's some guy just showering. He was helping himself to a shower in the house, and he was saying how he never will buy a home unless he actually tests the shower first. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, this might actually be kind of a funny situation where it's like, maybe, you know, you didn't realize but you walk in on somebody where they were changing or something. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like they might have been singing in the shower, like naked in a room or something. And it might be a weird moment with this I like you, especially if this is a new love after coming out of a long time in the dark, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's pull another one here, see what else we can get, because this is a love vibe. This is kind of the lover here that calls it in. And sometimes they take the time to sing to an empty room, not knowing who was there to begin with, just because. So, see what else. Okay, E dilettanti. So, okay, for some of you all, this is a weird three-party situation. I'm hearing for somebody else, it's like, why somebody needs so much help right now? It's like they're a lunatic and they need people to prop them up. And I'm hearing it might not be their fault. For somebody, this is about like bad medication or like needing medication, but there's definitely an instability here. There's a real sense of the moon here. For somebody, it's like drinking and medicating and things that were creating problems. But, you know, you're going to have to know, if it's something to do with somebody's house, there's a big deal going on right now. This disgrazia just showed up for somebody else. You might be dealing with an Aquarius. I think they had this show up as well here, Pisces. But we're hearing for some of you all, it's like whatever's going on, it was like a weird three-party situation. And they're saying somebody is like, I'm hearing just an artist. They might be in love. This is like, you know, very loving energy. This is somebody that's doing things in private. And I'm hearing whatever the reason is, it's like whatever was hanging on the wall here is there for a reason. They're saying it was put there for a reason. Things were being done in the open, but it was also kind of private, is what I'm hearing. And so for some of you all, it's like if somebody stumbled in, it might have been weird, especially if there were like 3 people involved, but you're going to have to know whether or not somebody's motives were good on this, because there are like different kinds of messages coming through here, to be honest with you, Pisces. I'm curious to know if any of these match for you. Hit me up, let me know below if this is a reading that would help somebody. Please pass it along. I appreciate it when you hit me with the thumbs ups if you like it. If you'd like your own private reading, hit me up. We can do these in a very specific way. In fact, if you have dates of birth of different people, we can find some pretty specific information on basically a forensic level about what parts different people play and why. So let me know, especially if there's an issue with somebody's house and something about why rooms are being left empty in another person's darkness. And so be very, very interested to hear more about that. If I don't hear from you, Pisces, just know I love you, and we'll talk to you again soon. We're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.